Hey everybody, how's it going today? It's your friendly Ginger Ninja, and I'd like to welcome you all back to my dojo. That's right. I want you to grab your bowling shoes. Hopefully they are a pair of Hallmark. I want you to lace them up really tight because we've got some work ahead of us. Today, we're going to put the judge on trial. I've heard it over and over. The judge is the best ball Swag has ever made. If you buy one ball, this is the one. Once you throw the judge, you won't want to throw anything else. Now, those are some pretty bold claims. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the judge right here. And today, I am the jury. By the end of this video, we will find out if this ball is truly guilty of all the hype or if it has been massively overrated. So with that said, let's hit the dojo. Well, let's start with the looks. The blue cover stock with the gold glitter logo just screams confidence. It's clean, it's bold, and unlike my pale ginger skin, it actually shines under the lights. It is an asymmetrical bowling ball at 15 pounds. At 15 pounds, you're getting an RG that is 2.49 with a diff of 0.52. The layout I chose is 4x5 by 3.5. All right, now let's talk about performance because that's what everyone's here for. And to be honest, that's what impressed me the most. Unfortunately, I could not record at USBC National Championships, but that's where the judge really proved itself. The judge was my number one ball the entire weekend. I used it in every event because of how versatile it is. Normally at Nationals, I am changing balls throughout the day, constantly trying to stay ahead of transition. This year, I just kept reaching for the judge, and that's probably the biggest compliment I can give any bowling ball. For team event, I knocked down the surface down to 500 grit to help it read the heavier oil. Then, just before doubles and singles on the next day, I brought it back up to 2500 grit or out of the box surface. It gave me a completely different shape without losing the reaction and the continuation that I loved. That kind of versatility is something that I'm not finding in many bowling balls currently on the market. The other thing that immediately stood out was how forgiving the judge really is. As you see in some of these shots, when I miss inside, the judge doesn't quit on me or jump off the spot. It holds its line and keeps me in play. When I miss to the outside, it still has enough recovery and continuation to fight back to the pocket. That is exactly what I want in a benchmark bowling ball. Now for a quick ninja tip. Just remember, a benchmark ball doesn't make your good shots better. It makes your bad shots look better. And that's exactly what the judge did for me. Compared to the Apex Solid, the judge gave me a lot more miss room. I felt like I did not have to be nearly as perfect. It let me stay aggressive without feeling like I was going to get punished for every small mistake. If you told me before Nationals I was only allowed to bring one bowling ball after my experience, I would choose the judge without hesitation. I would choose it all day, 7 days a week. The judge has become what every tournament bowler wants. A ball you can start with and trust until the lane tells you it's time for a change. For a two-hander with a high rev rate, that is a very valuable trait. If you are a league bowler looking for one ball that can do almost everything, this is worth a serious look. If you are a tournament player looking for a benchmark piece you can trust on fresh oil, I really think you will love this ball. Even as a two-hander with a high rev rate, I never feel like this ball was too much. Here is a slow motion shot after 4 games where you can see it's still reading the lanes, driving and splitting the 8-9 pocket. So what's the verdict after all of this? I find the accused guilty on all counts, guilty of being one of the greatest bowling balls Swag has ever produced. The sentence, a lifetime in my bowling bag. Before we wrap things up, I want to thank the companies that help make these reviews possible. A few months ago, Swag released their new line of bowling balls, including 3 spare balls, including this exquisite cotton candy spare ball. You can get this from any authorized Swag Pro Shop dealer, or you can go to your own pro shop and have them order it for you. Also want to give a shout out to Hallmark Shoes. These are the most comfortable shoes on the market, and I promise it's not even close. In fact, stay tuned because we do have some new products coming out very, very soon. Trust me, they are going to break the mold. Last but certainly not least, I want to thank the cool people at Coolwick. They make the most amazing jerseys and t-shirts and apparel. I personally love my swag hoodie. Let's be honest, who doesn't love a good hoodie? And exclusively for my viewers, the Ninja Nation, if you use promo code COX10, that's COX10, it'll help save you some money on your next order. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a comment down below, whether you've got a question, suggestion, or something you'd like to see me cover in the near future. I'd love to hear from you. We are building this community together, and I cannot do it without your feedback. Your feedback helps shape what comes next. Until next time, Ninja Nation, we'll see you out on the lanes. Stay stealthy, throw strikes, and as always, much love.